Let's start off with just talking and then we can go.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. I feel like we haven't recorded in so long. It
Been
feels
about
kind of
6
weird.
years.
Like, what have we been doing?
Yeah. Ooh, what have we been doing?
So many things. Oh, I'm going to talk about cancer today.
Okay.
I am going to talk about it. I'll talk about the type it is and, what the experience has been thus far.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you going to talk about today?
Talking about Facebook dating.
Okay. Yes. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on Talk2Them. I'm your host, Kennitha Wade.
And I'm your other host, Renauda Mitchell.
And today we're just going to get back into it. We haven't recorded in a little while, so it's time to just check in, let people know what we've been up to, and then, see how it goes. This week, we'll start off with our normally weekly check-in. This week has been cool. Kids are going back to school. I'm so happy they are going back to school. It's nice that they got something to do and focus on. With the 3 older ones are in high school now, and then I still got one in the 5th grade. But it's nice that they're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are going to high school together, which is great. I think that they need each other for that. I can't wait for Renauda to join them over there.
Yes, she can't either.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I wish all of the high school kids were together, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And then Mayana is really maturing going into the 5th grade. She really is. She's coming into this young lady. She's starting to go through a little puberty. And I think she's becoming a little more aware of herself and things. And I'm hoping that continues to grow because she got a little more awareness to,
right.
focus on. But she's doing good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I like that they're going back to school. Then as for me, I'm starting this, I'm trying to apply for a short-term disability and take my paid leave Oregon time off so I can just focus on this different type of chemo that I'm doing and not have to worry about how I feel every day and if I'm well enough to go sit in a class to learn how to teach a class on a day that's not today. You know what I mean? Because it really feels like every day is just a day by day. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know how my mind is going to work, if I can actually remember enough to teach somebody something. And I don't want to be stressed out trying to maintain a level of normalcy when everything is not normal, That's how my week has been so far. How's your week been?
My week has been, it's weird. It's been a very long but fast week. Trying to get Renauda registered in school because we changed our mind and we didn't want to go here. At first we was going to have, we still got kids at 3 different high schools between the 2 of us, but it was going to be 1 at one school, 2 at one school, 2 at another. Then Renauda and Mariah got together and was like, oh, da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. And now we're going to have 3 at 1, 1 at 1, and 1 at 1 because that's what they doing.
Maybe the other one need to switch too.
The other one's going to end up going to a different school.
Yeah, maybe he can go.
He got to go to a different school.
Okay.
And we'll put all his business in the streets. But, so navigating that has been difficult in a sense of not any of the ways that, you got to sign up or their process to do anything, but apparently there's a lot of kids that transfer in and out right at the beginning of the school year. And between the 9th graders coming in and then these folks are transferring out of this school and these folks are transferring into the school. So they got one person doing that for a high school. And to me, that's crazy because you're dealing with all these kids and all these moving parts and things. And they're like, oh, she's on the spreadsheet, but she hasn't gotten in the system yet, blah, blah, blah. It should be beginning of next week. She's over it and ready to go back to school. And we've been planning for her birthday, which she is genuinely my child because she's like, I want a Halloween themed birthday. And I say that because my birthdays are always a theme. It's always something that I want or need you to do specifically. And we went and got her costume and she got the costume in a bag, but then she's really into Halloween, hence the birthday. But so she had to get some things to make it more originally her. And yeah. And her and Kennitha are going to make a part of it because we couldn't find it. And so, yeah, she's super excited. All her little friends she invited want to come. So there's that. Dabbling in a little bit of Facebook dating, which has been odd. Interesting. Apps are wild.
People are wild.
People are wild. And is that it? Chilling, getting my school stuff together. I'm gonna go back to school end of the month. I don't know. Went to the mic.
Yes, yeah. The mic. The mic was good.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that picture. I was like, why he gotta take that one? But
that's what I said.
But he said he probably took a bunch and he had to find the one that he
like I looked the craziest in. That's what he said.
But we have fun at the mic.
Yeah.
The mic is changing.
Yes, it's moving to Beaverton. This week coming up, I don't know, this will come out Wednesday. So
yeah,
this week coming up.
A lot of episodes we haven't released.
Oh, okay. Well, by the time y'all see this, we'll be in Beaverton. By the time we have the next episode, I'll have the actual address. But it's Best Western on Canyon. So if you're familiar with Beaverton, you should know where that's at. But if you're not, you should Google it.
Give y'all a little homework.
Yeah, but next time I'll have the address. But yeah, so that should be an interesting, fun change. The room is kind of dope. So,
and when does that happen?
The 19th.
It's every Friday, right? Yeah, every Friday.
We sign up
Tuesday,
at 7:30, and we start about 8:30ish. 8:30.
I see she's saying we, so she gonna be in Beaverton.
Maybe
at the mic too.
I've been being petty.
Sometimes it's fun to be petty.
It is, but I'm not being petty by myself. This is a petty off.
Yes, y'all funny.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so that's pretty much all we can get into. Oh, you want to get into that first?
I don't know. What should we get into?
I mean,
first?
We can.
Actually, I'm gonna fill in. I'm gonna do the cancer thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So I'll just I've kind of mentioned that something has been going on, but I haven't just flat out said on the podcast what it is. But back in April, I found out I was pregnant, and then it turned out to be what is called a molar pregnancy, which means that the number of chromosomes or whatever, everything that it takes to make a baby wasn't the count that it needed to be to make it easier terms. And so something was developing, but it wasn't a fetus. It was just a tumor. And so eventually, once that was confirmed, I had to go in and have a D&C, which I had, I never had to have a D&C. I've never wanted to have an abortion, but this was a different situation. And so they took it out.
Life.
Yeah, it took it out. And everything was supposed to go back to normal. But some of the tissue from that tumor spread to my lungs because it got through my lymph nodes and spread to my lungs. So it's been growing in my lungs. And I started chemo back in June. Just the chemo that was supposed to be able to take care of it with the least amount of effects, I guess. And I did about 9 rounds of that, and then it became chemo resistant. So now the chemo no longer worked. It did make it smaller, at least the tumors that are in my lungs. It made them smaller, and I was still able to go to work and do everyday things. The effects of it were more for me on a personal level, like things I had to adjust to in my body and things like that. But it didn't stop me from doing everyday things. Sometimes it make me tired or whatever, but you work through it. But now, since it became chemo resistant, they switched to another form of chemo, which is a fusion, which to me is very similar to the first one. The only difference is they give you a lot more fluids with the chemo injection versus just giving me the shot. And so Renauda went with me. I had my First dose Thursday before last, so I get another shot.
Oh, you had a surgery first.
Yeah. Oh, I did have surgery. I got a port put in. So it's been a week and a half since this port is put in, and it's healing pretty good now. It's weird to have a device in my body, you know what I mean? And when I lay certain ways, I can feel it, like it hurts, or sometimes I can feel, I don't know, like something going through the tube, and I get a weird taste in my mouth.
Mm.
It's interesting. But I have a port here, and I go get my chemo every 2 weeks now. And we'll see. It hasn't started to have a positive effect on it yet, but maybe after the second dose, we'll see if it's working. And if not, they'll have to change again. But they suspect my hair might fall out. So I decided to get a little bold. I was like, let me just go ahead and cut it short, because if it's going to be gone anyway, I might as well try to get used to it. And then I just decided to let my daughter pick a color for my hair, and she did. She picked this color, and so now I'm a little bit of fuchsia red. I don't know. It's like a strawberry blonde in some spots because it's fading, but I like it. I really like it short. It makes life easier, so much easier, because all I gotta do is get up in the morning and spray it with a little water, put a little product. Might have to comb it a little bit. Might do my edges if I feel like it, and then I'm done. So I don't need to put on no makeup. I don't need to do all that other stuff. I gotta still wear some earrings though, because when you got short hair,
She don't have to. Some people do.
I feel like you gotta have earrings.
I mean, I understand the need to want to accessorize, but you're not a I gotta have it kind of person. It's more comfortable.
It does, yeah.
You don't got like a funny shaped head, so you have to wear.
But if I'm gonna be bald, I might have to really for real have earrings. I might have to do something. We'll see. Y'all gonna see.
I still don't think your head is funny shaped enough for you to be like
worried about it.
Yeah.
I just never imagined going bald. You know what I mean? Like being bald.
Every time I see a woman who just shaves her head, like just because that's what she want to do, I'm like, okay.
You know
it
what?
takes a whole different
It's
level.
liberating to just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Not like I'm not worried about other people's opinions anymore.
Yeah, no, yeah.
At all. You know what I mean? It's nice to be acknowledged or recognized for things that I choose to do that make me feel good about me, but I don't do it so that I can get compliments on, the way I appear or anything
permission
like
or congratulations.
Yeah. But, to be acknowledged for, it's like, oh, that's what's up. Thank you. I'm glad that you noticed, but that's not why I dress like this, or that's not why I cut my hair or whatever. So, but I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair. I'm like, thank you.
Because it's cute.
It's short. It's cute. So, yeah, chemo is different. I think, drinking a lot of water is really serious. I feel like I have a lot of days where I'm shaky and I feel unstable. And I think it's because I'm dehydrated. I really do. It's like, okay, so I've really been trying to remember to drink water. But because I'm not at work, I used to drink a lot of water at work, automatically.
Because there's the little thing.
Yeah, there's a thing, and there's a fridge full of bottles of water. And so every time I walk into the kitchen area, I grab a bottle of water and I drink it. And now that I'm just at home, kind of doing everyday stuff, as I'm very tired. I have very little energy sometimes. Like normal day-to-day tasks are draining. And so then I just go to sleep, and I'm not eating and I'm not drinking. And I'm like, I need to get into a routine, I'm trying to make sure I stay going to the gym because I got to keep active, because I get winded very fast. And so I at least want to get on the treadmill. I know I can't do no push-ups because of my port. I can't do no weightlifting. I can't do nothing overhead or anything like that. But so I'm like, I still want to stay active though, because I don't like how slow I feel. So my goal is to at least still get up and go to the gym every day, and try to do something every day that keeps me not just in the bed, because I could just sleep all the time. But other than that, I'm okay. It's interesting being told there's a 90% cure rate with this, type of treatment in this cancer, or it's curable. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to go away. Like, okay, cool. And then everything that they've told me, it keeps, not working out that way.
Yeah.
And
Like
it's
you
like,
only need to do this for 3 weeks
yeah,
to
you
treat
only need
it,
to
and then
try
3
this.
weeks after that,
Yeah.
it'll be gone.
I'm like, okay, what everything y'all said has been, I mean, it's just a guess, right? Because everybody's body is different. But everything that they have said or proposed or projected has not been what it's been for me. And so I must be one of those very rare cases that they talk about. Like, it's rare that, it doesn't work out I think they'll just continue to try different chemo treatments until something works. And I'm sure eventually it will get it, but it's maybe a 10% chance that somebody doesn't make it from this because the chemo can't touch it. So I don't think that that's going to happen, but it's just an interesting journey. And I can't remember the last time I was really just off work. Off work because, I've been let go in a slow period. In construction, it gets slow sometimes. And so I think the last time, I got married in 2015. I think around then, that was the last time I really had time off from work. And that's because it was a slow period and I embraced it because we were about to get married. And so they're like, okay, it is what it is, And so it helped me prepare for the wedding and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's the last time I was off of work for a couple months where I didn't have to worry about stuff. Now, to have to rely on FMLA and somebody else to give me a paycheck and not get paid for what I'm actually doing, it stresses me out. And I'm like, how am I going to make sure I can take care of my kids on 60% of my paycheck? Because I can't. Not that I live, above my means. I just have so many outside responsibilities, paying for 2 houses and just things with very little support to make all that happen has me a little bit stressed out. So I'm not sure, but I can't let that be the reason I don't take time off and, take care of myself.
Which is crazy because it's like if I need to take this disability, why would you give me 60% of my income? I can understand if you can't do 100, but I feel like 80, you know what I'm saying? Because certain expenses are cut out, kind of, if you think of it like you don't have to run back and forth to work every day. But I do still have to run back and forth to some places. I still have my rent and my mortgage, my kids, my lights. Like, this is supposed to be a benefit. Yeah, like there's stuff. That's why when this happened, I had to take time off. Like I did borrowed hours, like the pool hours, people donated hours. That's what it is. After my vacation ran out, because I'm like, I can't afford to be at 60% of my income. Then I can't even go work doing something, making as much as I was making or whatever while I'm going through this. Because then they'll be like, well, you're not disabled. Like, no, this is not my career though. This is just what I'm doing in the meantime because I still need this to equal up. So
I gotta make it for 40%.
They make it hard for people to be able to take off and take care of themselves.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing. And then some people, I don't know. It could be me. You know what I mean? You call somewhere and I got questions. I'm just trying to figure out how this works. I don't know. This is your area of expertise. My area of expertise is something totally different.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this. But then when you get the attitudes, and I understand maybe I'm not asking the question correctly or you're misinterpreting what I'm asking you.
But it's their job to give information.
And the attitudes that you get back for like, so what are my options? I'm just trying to get this whole process started. I'm more stressed out after talking to the people trying to figure out how I get this FMLA stuff. Then I turn my paperwork into who I'm told to turn it into, and it sits there on their desk for a week. And it's like, listen, I don't have a week. I'm calling, I'm emailing, I can't get responses. Okay, I'm gonna come back and get my paper. Just give me my paper back, and then finally get an answer. Well, how come I couldn't get that answer last week when I was in here doing my fusion? You know what I mean? Like, why does it take so long? You guys should all be on the same page. I feel like as the healthcare professionals, you should have some sort of idea of what to tell the patient that's asking you this question. And if you don't, then go ask somebody who does know. But to just take the paper and pass it on without any acknowledgement or confirmation that this is what it should be and wasting the time. It's like, listen, I don't have a lot of time. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. I'm stressed out already. I don't want more stress. So.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But I'm okay. I'll be fine. Y'all might have to see a GoFundMe or something. I might have to make up for my 40%. Like, please help me through this cancer journey.
Yeah.
Who knows? But cancer sucks. It does suck. I'll tell you that. I have I have a reaction to the medicine, so I end up with these like bumps all over. And last week I found out, and you said you knew this already. I did not know that any bodily fluids that come out of me are considered to be toxic because of the medicine. And so I just used my bathroom. But my daughter was in my room a couple days ago, and she used my bathroom a couple times. Well, yesterday she started breaking out in these red bumps like mine, just like mine. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if it's because you used my bathroom. Because
they just said the first 72 hours, but then it's like, is it just the first 72 hours for those of us who are super sensitive to everything?
Yeah, she started breaking out. I'm like, you gotta take Benadryl because that's what I have to take to keep from trying to. It'd be all over. It's horrible. It sucks. But I was like, is that what that's from? That her breaking out because she did use my bathroom. So anyway, it was just interesting to watch, what they say, and then to see it actually happen. It's like, don't use my bathroom. I'm toxic.
And thank God y'all have the ability to be like, don't use this bathroom.
Or I'd say otherwise you gotta flush the toilet twice every time you go to the bath. I ain't wasting all that water.
Man, running out my water bill.
Right.
But yeah, so I just want to fill in a few little things. So we went to have the port put in. It was all kinds of stuff going on. For people who don't believe in empaths, I'm trying to tell you, like, we really exist, because there's this guy. I'm not going to say his name because even though I'm not any sort of person on his medical team, I still very thoroughly believe in HIPAA and confidentiality. But let's call him Jim, because that's not his name. Kennitha's getting checked in and talking to her nurse, and we, back and forth and, figuring out things. I feel like I'm in the way because the room is like, it feel like it's a 2x4.
Facts.
Because it's not, but it's hella small in there. And the nurse keeps walking by, keeps scooting back and scooting up, and she's like, "You're fine. I will work around you." And I'm like, that's not how my brain works. My brain is like, scoot back, you're in the way.
Or actually, she in your bubble.
Yeah, my box. We changed my bubble to a box that day. But yeah. So anyway, and mind you, we're separated by curtains. So it's literally like when you know how you share a room with somebody and they pull the curtains. They literally pull a little curtain around you. What I said his name was Jim. I was about to say his real name. Is in here getting his knee restructured or whatever, and they getting him ready. And I'm sitting here and I'm like slightly noticing that I'm just a little tense. And then they're talking to him because they have to give him like an epidural, like, or whatever, so the medicine can go through. And I can't see anything. They're not saying 1, 2, 3, go or nothing like that. But every time Jim was like, oh, I was like, Kennitha was like, you over there having an empath moment? And I was like, wait, what? Yes. But it was crazy because every time they did it, I was like, I don't know, I could just feel the energy, and I was like, that hurts him. Like, I need y'all to stop. Then he had to call I'm gonna call his wife Carrie, since Jim Carrey or whatever. He had to call, then they're older, right? Like, he's like an older, like shaky voice older. And he had to call Carrie and say that they were keeping him overnight because of the type of surgery he was having, and the stuff that he had to go through for the surgery. It wasn't like a day surgery like they thought. And everybody's surgery was running over. People were having to stay the night. Like, if they were a little behind. We was cool. They kept apologizing. The nurse came in and was like, oh, it's about 30 more minutes. Ooh, another 30 minutes, another 30 minutes. And finally the surgery nurse came in and was like, wait, hold on real quick. So Carrie, the guy's wife, was like, do you need anything? He's like, no, I just wanted you to know. And she's like, oh, okay, well, let me know. And you could just tell they just like loved each other and been together for a long time. And I thought that was real sweet. But anyway, the nurse came in and was like explaining that they just got done with this really long surgery, and it normally took 2 hours and ended up being 6.
3 times as long as
so they were in there for a very long time, and he's like, we're a union, so we have to eat. And we're looking at him like, okay, like
we want you to eat
for a couple of reasons. You need a break after any surgery, but especially when it went 3 times as long as it was supposed to. You need to go eat. Don't nobody want you tired and shaky while you doing surgery on my people. Like, that's the quickest way to get fucked up. Because y'all didn't take a break and eat. They're like, no, relax. Go, like, do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they all had good sense of humor. And he was like, you look more mad than she does. And I was like, nah, I want you to go take care of yourself so you can take care of her. You know what I'm saying?
He looked like he had to get approval from her.
Yeah.
Not me.
Like, because you're going to get the surgery regardless. But are you okay? I'm like, look, it's cool. Just go eat and do what you need to do.
He was like, okay, I'll be back in 30 minutes. Now, I didn't know why he knew. Because he came in, he was like... And then he started looking for stuff. It was like, okay, he's looking for my name because he was like, I know I'm in the right room.
He said.
But let me find... I was like, how he know I'm in the right room? Well, when I got back there, they had my picture up on the wall.
Oh,
that's associated with my card. And I was like, oh, that's how he knew. Because I was like, how he knew?
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe
just knew it was a black woman.
He was supposed. No, in my head, I was like, he knew he was supposed to be in bay number 4. I keep calling everything a bay at the hospital. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's like everything's a bay because you in like a little. But I was like in my head, like, oh, he just knew that he was like 1, 2, 3, 4 over or whatever, so he knew. So that's crazy. So she said after surgery, she was not going to be zooted. And she would be fine to go do whatever. So I drove her car, but she drove her car there. I drove us back. She thought she was going to be cool for whatever the reason.
I was cool.
She was all right. So,
and then I fell asleep. I was cool till I fell asleep.
So she was like, we were talking and she was like, ooh, since we were out there, let's go to Old Chicago.
Yes.
And I was like, are you going to want to eat? The nurses are telling her she's not going to want to eat. She going to be nauseous, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, y'all don't really know my friend. If she want to eat, she going to eat.
Facts.
So I was like, okay, let's go to Old Chicago. But in my head, I'm like, we're going to talk about this when you come out. See how you feeling. Because I thought they were putting you like all the way deep under. But they just did you're not aware of what's happening to your body, but you're awake. Whatever that level of anesthesia is called. So you weren't like super out of it when you came out of surgery. But when as we talked later, I realized you were still like, you were kind of out of it because there's things that you did not remember that we talked about, you and G talked about. Because you was like, when I told you he lost his wallet, you're like, he lost his wallet?
No, I remembered later. Okay,
because in the moment you were like, he lost his wallet? And I was like, we had a whole conversation sitting in your room about that. But there was a couple of other things too. And I was like, But we went to Old Chicago. We'll have to go again a different time and have a different experience. But yeah, she was determined to go get something to eat because ain't nobody gonna tell Kennitha what to do.
Plus, we in Hillsboro. Old Chicago is like my favorite place, and that's the only one. That's the only place that still has one.
Because they took the one. If that one in Mall 205 was still there, boy, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
I'd be in trouble. But yeah, it's a really good restaurant that we found out that we both like. You don't usually find people who like, yeah, I love Old Chicago. So when she said it, I was like, for real? So since we were out there and we're not usually out there, we went. Our server was really nice. The host guy was newer.
He was confused.
Very, very confused. But it was funny. It wasn't like he's confused and it's pissing me off. It was just hilarious.
And he was young.
Yeah, super young. Like, learning. It was just funny. Kind of like being like, what it's like to be that green to something and now you're the people on the more seasoned side of things and it's just like, oh, that's cute. But yeah, then she fell asleep on the way home, which I was hoping she would get some rest, and she trying not to tell me all her side effects and symptoms and stuff because she don't want me stressed out.
She be stressed out.
But
She be
I'm gonna
stressed more than
stress
me.
out anyway. That's what I do.
So she ain't gonna be stressed out if she don't know about it, right?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna be stressed out about all the things that I know she's not telling me. When you could just tell me and I can stress the right amount. But you know what? She won't tell me in the moment, but then she'll be like, so earlier I was feeling like blah blah blah.
She gotta feel like a detective. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna find out anyway.
So then I'll randomly be asking her random questions. I know she know what I'm doing because, you know, we were very similar people. But most people don't realize it when I be asking random questions that there is a reason. And I'm just filling in the blanks so I have the full story.
Right.
But yeah, so we had a good time. She was by the time I feel like the closer you got to home, the more tired you got. But yeah. And that was been a week and a half.
Yeah, that was just putting in the port.
And then we went to chemo.
Yeah. This port is weird. It's weird to have something in your body. You know, I feel like, is this what people with pacemakers feel like? Except that thing is doing something for them.
It sticks out too.
Yeah, this sticks out a little bit. You can feel it. It's like a button on the device. And so they have to like feel around for these little dots to figure out where the center of it is before they stick the needle into the port in order to give me the IV and the medicine. But yeah, it's just here. I got 2 incisions. They sewed it up and then they put that glue kind of Band-Aid thing. I don't know. That just falls off on its own. So that finally fell off. There might be like, I think all of it is gone. The rest of it came off yesterday. So it's been a week and a half. They just cut you open, put this little pocket in there, put the device, put this tube down into your artery, your main artery. I'm like, how do they close off your artery after they open and put a tube in there?
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Cauterize it, maybe like.
It took them 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was a very fast process.
I didn't even know he was doing. You know, he was talking to me. They put this thing over my head. So I just turned my head to the side. Like he's like, I need you to turn that way so they can access all your stuff. And so, okay, and yeah, so. But it is weird. I can feel you can see the tube coming out of the device going into my neck.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can feel it. And so I feel it just sometimes.
Yeah. But
now I have a port.
Yeah.
When I get it taken out, I'm probably put a tattoo there. Me and my friend Christina, she also had a port on. So I got mine on the right side because she'd been there before. And she was like, you should probably put it on the right side so your seatbelt doesn't mess with it. And so I did. I put it on the right side. But we're going to go ahead and go to a break. And then we get back and we can start talking about this Facebook dating. Yeah. So we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back.
And
thank you for letting us have our little break. We got to take a break once in a while. So that's enough about my cancer. We get on that. I'll do a check-in every other week or something like that. You know, it's also good for people to figure out different stuff. We'll see if people ask me any questions or whatever.
Yeah.
But
might
Facebook
help somebody
dating,
not feel alone in their situation.
So I know you guys know. I feel like I don't know how much I should go into.
They know. Not like that.
Well, that I'm married.
Oh,
because
that
I talk
part.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm married, but we're separated. Or something like that. We're just each doing our own thing. Pretty much, I think that's a good way to put it. You know, he do whatever he's doing over there. I'm going to do whatever I'm doing over here. So I decided to activate my Facebook dating profile. Or started. Not really activated, but started. Just to kind of like, I want to go outside sometimes. I want to go, meet people and experience like getting to know somebody. Because when you've been with somebody for so long, it's like, we know everything there is to know. And that's not true, but it feels like it. You feel like you know everything there is to know. And it's like, what else could we, do together that's fun? That when one person is set on how they like to have fun and you know how you like to have fun and they don't necessarily meet up and whatever, life gets boring. Because I'm like, well, it's not boring. I have Renauda. I get to do everything with Renauda. She's my best friend. And but talking to somebody on a different level, having a new friend was like, That would be okay. Because then we just have more friends to hang out with.
We don't need more friends.
We do. And so
I'm just playing, y'all.
I started getting on Facebook, and the first couple people hit me up was really interesting. I had somebody tell me I need to deactivate my account because I met him now and I'm no longer available.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even seen the person in real life. I think I talked to him on the phone one time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? And maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school.
Then that makes two of us, because what?
Yeah, I honestly, I like to meet people in real life. I don't like meeting people online.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of like just seeing how people come at you, maybe. I don't know.
Child.
It's interesting.
I decided that since Kennitha was active, like, let me go activate mine or set it up or whatever you do. Oops, my bad. When you go over there, I say go over there, like, because it feels like it's a whole different like space. And then like it's already pretty much there. It just prompts you to go through some stuff real quick. What I have found after certain people, one of the first dudes, he wasn't the first dude, but one of the first dudes that I matched with said, he hearted my picture and said, let me see him. I said, block. This is not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. I didn't say I was trying to start our OnlyFans. Like, that's not what it says in the thing. Like, block. So
I would have blocked him too, though.
I don't normally like block people in general in my life, but because I don't give a fuck. I just want to answer a phone or a message or whatever. I'm not about to let you punk me in my own device. So I've realized, I'm like, I've been doing this Facebook dating thing for like 4 days, and my block list is hella long. People are so weird. Like the things that they say, the things that they expect, or I don't know what's going on with other women out here dating people and what they accept and whatever. But I'm like, I'm not one of them people that, I mean, I do have like a pros and cons, or what do you call it? Tyler used to call it the Chili's list, but like your preferences and things like that. But it's not like you have to meet all these things. These are just things that I wanted to make sure I'm aware that I do and do not like in a partner. And you don't got to meet everything. Some non-negotiables. That's what it's called. But there are some things that are non-negotiable, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not one of those, you got to have 7 houses and 14 cars and no kids and never been married and be up my ass kind of people. But I'm also, there's some stuff though, right? Like, so I don't get it to the point to where I've noticed with at least 2 messages between yesterday and today that I was already ready to be like, what does that mean? Because and then it made me think, like, for dudes, there probably is a lot of chicks coming at them wild because they think that they own the same stuff as everybody else. And it's like, I don't want to lump you in, but like, if it's 50 people in this room, you're one of 2 people who aren't like everybody else. And I don't want to, like, so I'm like, I got to take each experience as what is in front of me. And then just, if it don't make sense, I'm just gonna have to ask a clarifying question. Because dude, today I was about to be like, da-da-da-da-da. But like, he was just asking like a general question, and I read it with the wrong tone. And then he ended up being cool. I mean, nothing's gonna happen, but he ended up being cool. Like, he's gonna be my new friend, like not friend, but like friend, legit, homie. Just friend. There's nothing going on there. But yeah, I'm ready to cuss a couple folks out just because, well, some folks because they needed it. Yeah. And then the one dude, he he messaged me and said, let's meet. And I was like, I don't even know you. Man. Like, anything about you. You want me to, stranger danger. Everybody knows I don't like,
Maybe this going to be a segment of this show. I check in on the Facebook dating.
because normally I meet people, we become friends, and then we decide if it's going to be more than that. Or you can just be my friend and it's fine. But it all happens organically. This way of meeting people and dating people, and I've done this before, but it was like kind of during COVID, so everybody was kind of communicating online all the time. me, Tyler, and D'Angelo were all doing it, and we were in a group chat, just like, what the fuck is this? It's just as bad on their side as it is on ours. Different kind of bad, but just as bad. And I don't know. I don't think I like it. I've met people who are cool, and it's like, yeah, we could be friends. Like the dude, I'll be as vague as I can, because people in my business or necessarily theirs, but match with somebody, but we hadn't exchanged messages or anything yet, and then ended up seeing them in real life, and they're like, oh, him and his friend, like, oh, I like y'all's vibe, y'all's aura, da da da. I was in a space where I was just like, that's what's up.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then kept going to where we was going. We were at a show, and then dude ends up performing and says, follow him on Instagram. And I went to follow him on Instagram because, I'm an artist and I put on shows and I like other artists and I support local artists and whatever. Legit on that. So I was like, oh, he's dope. And then went to follow him. I was racking my brain all night. I'm like, I know him. Not know him, but I've seen his face before, and I can't figure out where. And then I have to make sure I stay awake when Kennitha drops me off. I call her so she can stay awake on her way home.
Drive home.
And I have to make sure that I stay awake.
Because she falls asleep. Sometimes she's there in spirit. I know it though.
It was one time where I fell asleep to her, for 2 minutes. Breathing. And I woke back up. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was a very long blink.
I debate. I debate. Should I hang up so I can listen to music and stay awake while I'm on the rest of my drive home? Or should I just stay on the phone and listen to the silence on the other side or her breathing because she's asleep? I have to debate. And then she'll wake back up after a couple minutes like she never fell asleep.
Yeah. But you know what what happened last night? Was that last night? Friday? When we were talking?
It was Friday.
And you went to sleep on me. And I was like, hey, love you, bye. And you just kept breathing.
I fell asleep on you?
Mm-hmm. That's how we got off
cancer.
the phone.
See, that's gonna be my excuse.
No, this ain't new.
I be tired.
This ain't new. We both be tired.
Exhausted.
We both be sleepy. No.
Actually, that's not true. No, Friday night. No, that's not what happened because I came home to a crisis.
No, that was Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, anyways, but then I was like, I finally figured it out, and I was like, wait, did I swipe on him and he didn't swipe on me? Because that made me feel some type of way. Because I'm not a shooter.
She be reading into it.
I do.
She needs to know more.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so then he messaged me and was like, small world. And I was like, indeed it is. Because that turn of events was just wild because that happened between like the morning and then the evening.
Yeah. Nothing.
One of multiple people that'll come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a whole idea right now. Nothing.
I'm not coming.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. So, yeah, but that was cool. Like, he was a cool person that I, interacted with on there. A few other people that are super cool. But I keep finding out as I keep running into artists who are like, oh, you got an open mic or you do an open mic or whatever. Can I perform? Sure. Because listen, it's business first all the time.
Facts.
It is always business first. At the same time,
isn't that interesting? Like, that's what you're running into. And same, I love getting to know artists. You know what I mean? Like, it's dope when they can relate to you in a way.
Yeah, I can't date a non-creative person because they don't understand the need to create.
But then I got people who like, hey, my son want to get into the trades.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Tell him send me an email.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my job, right? I'm like, I'm not dating so I can go to work. At the same time, I want to help. I do want to help. I want if your kid want to get in the trade, I want to help them get there. So reach out to me. But like,
it's funny too.
While I'm out dating, that's not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about work.
Yeah, and then people naturally start talking about like, oh, you're a nonprofit. Yeah, because not that they're trying to get me to get them services for their people, but they'll be like, oh yeah, my sister, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you know what she can do is they're like, because, we've been trying to figure out this or that or blah, blah. And I'm like, these are probably some steps that nobody's probably told you.
Right.
Like you can't, when you're a person that connects and helps or like outreaches in you or helping, it doesn't go off. It doesn't turn off.
Never.
That's just like, especially when you're new to doing like DV services, like you get your 40 hours, you do DVSA services. It changes how you watch TV. You watch TV and you're like, that's emotional abuse.
You correct.
That's financial abuse.
A lot, you know that?
I don't even notice it anymore.
I do. I listen. I'd be like, oh, that's good. They're not trauma informed. I'm like, I have been exposed to a lot of things, but some things, as far as DV goes, I don't have that experience. So I'm also not trauma informed, but I'm trauma informed on things that I have experienced, right?
But so you may not be specifically trauma informed to like how to navigate this one thing, but I think if you're a trauma informed person, then you are a person that even though you may not know what the thing is, you may be aware that this is a situation where something may need to be looked at or analyzed or considered. I think that's what makes you a trauma-informed person, just because, some people have specialties. I have specialties when it comes to stuff related to domestic violence or sexual assault, poverty and other things like that. But there are some things where I don't have an expertise in, like maybe I do in PTSD as it goes for people in lanes that I've worked with or things that I've experienced, but that's completely different for somebody who's in the military. Their PTSD and the stuff that they may be going through. I've heard many of people in the military, like when I'm like, well, can't you just, they're like, I cannot talk to you about what happened there. You'll never understand.
Right.
Not that you won't be able to understand intellectually, but you won't be able to like get it for real. And I don't question that. So I think that you do have you are a trauma-informed person, but like as a person who is an information giver, I blurt that out. And to the point, I don't know that I do that until I meet somebody new. Like I'll forget that I do that. I do it all the time with people when I'm talking about services, how people do this. I'm like, that wasn't a very trauma-informed way. It's a part of my jargon. That's not a very trauma-informed way to deal with that person. But it teaches
me, because I'm always like, oh, that's a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even though you're not trying to teach me a lesson, you're just talking about your experience.
Yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh, that's financial abuse. Or why do people not understand that reproductive abuse is a thing? And that's on both sides. Like, I'm going to get you pregnant, or I'm going to trap you with a baby, or I'm going to refuse to have a baby with you. That's reproductive abuse within a relationship. Like, and then people are like, reproductive abuse. Like, anyway, I digress. But saying all that to say, like, when people just mention it and they don't know what to do, or blah, 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 or I'm an artist and I want to go do this and I'm looking for a place, and I'm like, I know a place.
Right.
But then if you're somebody that you were interested in me or I was interested in you, once you're involved in my art world like that,
right,
slim to thin chances that it's going to be more than that, because I got guy friends and family and people who were interested or maybe dated or whatever, and everybody likes everybody, and that's annoying to me. It's cool, right? It's cool, but it's annoying.
It's weird to go on a date and think, oh, you and so and so would get along so great. That's such a weird thing. It's like, okay, but like, I'm not getting to know you to add you to my friend circle for you to be in my whole entire life. Like, I can just getting to know you now.
My friend was supposed to be my friend.
Yeah.
Now my friend is somehow on the orbiting of the friend circle. Like, as there's the core circle, and then there's all these people that we bring in. And again, oh, you got a mic? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got a mic.
Yeah.
I got a mic. Here's information.
And then what if it don't work out? Then you stuck with this person, like just in your circle.
Well, at least with this person, like, they cool. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the most part, we should be cool.
How like, going on Facebook dating is weird, because I like to be friends. I like to be friends first. That's an important step, like, of any relationship. You have to be friends. We don't just start off and I'm your girlfriend, you my boyfriend.
I'm not doing anything without being
like,
your
what
friend.
Does that mean? Okay, let's get to know each other.
Yes.
You have lived however many years it has been since you've been alive. You had a whole life experience, that brought you to right now, who you are.
I used to think it was corny when people were like, you need to see them in all 4 seasons. When I was younger, I was like, you'll see that as you get to know. I mean, but I've always believed in the friendship thing. But I understand it differently now. I like being an adult dating, and a real adult, whatever that means, dating. You know what I'm saying? Needing to see them in all 4 seasons is important because
let me see you go through some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what happens when you're
I don't want you to have to suffer, but I need to know how
want you
deal
to
with
be.
it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What happens? What's your anger look like? What angers you?
Yeah.
In a relationship, who are you? What's your past a little bit? I mean, we ain't got to dwell on that because it'll come up as you experience things and something reminds you of something. You tell them stories, What?
That just reminded me of like when you said it'll come up. Like, what's your past, but it'll come up. Please, like, if you're watching this and you're somebody who, I don't care what you do with everybody else, but if we've matched, please do not ask me to tell you about myself, because, and it may sound crazy. As I read it, I was like, that probably sounds crazy to people who were laughing at it when I posted it on Facebook. But I'm like, I'm saying that because when people are like, so tell me about yourself, that's like, I want you to list off a bunch of these things so I can list off a bunch of things. And I don't feel like you retain that information to really get to know somebody.
I feel like you're just talking to fill the space. Like, why?
Right.
This not. You
do we have enough in common to go out and eat? No. How about we go out and eat, and then we talk. We find out if we cool or not. Whatever. I know dudes is tired of spending so much money on dates or whatever. I'll buy my own food. You know what I'm saying? If it's that deep, if you're that worried about it. But I feel like dating is getting to know somebody. Because my rule has always been, if you ask me out, you pay. If I ask you out, I'll pay. If I'm like, hey, let's go to the movies and do this, this, and this, that means I'll plan to cover it. Now, if it's a man who's like, I don't give a fuck who asks, I'm paying, fine, whatever. But my mom and my grandma told me, from a very young age, before I ever started dating, don't ever go out with nobody without the ability to pay for what it is you're ordering, what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. For multiple reasons, right? Like yours and his. What if his car really does decline and it is like an error? It's not like he just like is trying to play a game or something like that. I literally know somebody that happened to. Or he gets weird. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to pay for your food and get out of there, be able to get home, whatever. So it's weird to me how many dudes are worried about being used for food. And maybe chicks are out here using dudes for food, but I can cook. And I got food at home, and I don't like people enough to be wasting my time to be like, let me go out and get food from you.
Facts.
Like,
right. If I'm going out with you, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in getting to know you. If it doesn't work out, then it just doesn't work out. But I wasn't using you for food, bro, like at all.
But also, what I'm telling you about who I am. Who am I? Who are you? I don't know.
Right. And then we can have that conversation. I mean, you can have a little bit of that in the messages, but to just be like straight up, tell me about yourself. I don't think that's real getting to know each other.
Ask me questions
at all
that you're interested in knowing the information of.
And not just interview rapid fire style. Let's ask questions, have a conversation surrounding that topic or anything else. Like, I'm okay with whatever let me reel that back in. I'm okay with 90% of what might pop up on your mind to just have a general conversation about, right? Like, 'cause I can talk about anything. And even if I don't know anything about the subject, you start talking, I might start asking questions because I'm curious about what it is you're talking about. That's something that's very attractive to me, is when somebody can teach me something I don't know or, let me into whatever their passion project is. But just be like, what's your favorite color? Where'd you go to school? Where'd you grow up? How many kids do you have? Have you ever been married? Like, this is not, I mean, I guess technically it's an interview, but it's not an interview like that. This is not speed dating. It's not. It's weird to me. I don't know how to navigate this world like that.
Well, I'll say the first time I activated an online dating thing, I never talked about this. I didn't really know. There's different ones out there, right?
Are you about?
There, sort of, a little bit.
Okay.
So, you got Facebook dating. When I first decided I was going to date, I didn't want to use Facebook, you know what I mean? Because I know so many people on there. And I was like, where can I get into a dating site that doesn't expose my business to all my friends and whatever? Because people don't know what is going on. You know what I mean? And I'm not worried. I don't need to fill everybody in on my life or his life or whatever. We're fine. We get along just fine. But it's our business. You know, I want to date. Okay, don't worry about anything else. You don't need to know details of my life, And so
it's weird the amount of access people feel like they should have.
Yes.
Like people do it with celebrities too, which is wild. But like even people, like this is the status of the situation. That's all you need to know. If I tell you anything,
you can make life look like whatever the hell you want to make it look like. It's supposed to work out for you. Nobody's life looks like somebody else's. It's all individuals.
How I want it. I don't care if you don't
Period.
like it.
And if this is what's working for us, then this is what's working for us. Is it your norm? No, you ain't got to do it this way. I don't need your opinion. I don't need your advice.
Is it written that all humans are supposed to do the same thing the same way?
So I was like, how can I do this without, being in that pool of all these people that think they need to know your business? And so I started looking up like different dating apps, right? And I got a list of them. And so I started an account there. So the first one was Ashley Madison.
That's the name of the account.
There's a app called Ashley Madison. It's a dating. It's for women. It's for them to be with somebody to cheat with. Like it's for spouses. Married people. And so I thought that would be okay because I'm married, right? So there's an understanding there if I want to date somebody. And then there was another one. I think it might have been called Fetish, which if that was what it was called, that should have made sense. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so. I think we're kind of slow.
But I thought I am a little slow because it was said it was just a dating site, right?
Remember
and
we went to the lifestyle party.
I'm not into that kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not really all that familiar with what some of these words mean or the actual meaning of them because it's just not my vocabulary. I know of the word, but I don't have experience with it. And so I went on a date with a guy and he was like, hey, so what's up with you? And I was like, what's up with me? Like, what do you mean? He's like, you just seem so normal. And I was like, what the fuck kind of question is that? Like, what do you mean? What does that mean? I'm sitting there with him at this bar and he's like, you just seem so normal. And I was like, what? What does that mean? And he was like, well, do you know what kind of app, that dating app that you're on? And I was like, no. And he broke it down for me. And I was like, oh, see, this is why I don't need to be on this shit. I need to be at home with my kids because I don't know what I'm doing.
How did you get here?
Because he was like, it's for freaky people who are into all kind of kink fetish type stuff. And so I was like, that's why people be saying the most random crazy shit to me in my inbox. And I'd be confused like you.
Yeah.
Right? But this was a while ago. This was last year. And so I decided I wasn't going to. I deleted that. I deleted Ashley Madison. I went on a date with somebody off of there. And it just, in the moment, it was like, does his wife know that he's out here? Is what I kept asking. And I just kept thinking about my situation. Like, I don't want to do that to somebody. And you say that it's ethical or whatever, but I could be your friend and we can go on a date, but I don't want to do anything with you because that's weird to me. Does your wife really know that you out here?
Yeah, I need verbal confirmation from her. I don't believe these
and people. So I was like, I don't think I'm really ready to date, because who's going to date a married woman? And I thought like that for a long time. And not anybody am I going to respect the person who's dating a married woman?
You did say that.
I'm not going to respect it because who's to say you're going to stop you from doing something else that's similar to this? And so I waited until I was at a space where like, okay, we are really done in that department, or that's not a thing. I can go date for real. So now I'm on Facebook dating. And maybe I'm going to talk about all the dates I've been on one day. Yeah. So far, I like dates that they don't have to cost anything. Let's just go sit somewhere and talk. Listen to some music, vibe.
That works when you really are compatible with the person. I think if you're not super compatible, I don't want to sit and chill with somebody that I'm not good at awkward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think that I've really engaged too deeply with anybody that I'd be awkward around. But everybody wanted to go out this weekend, and I had plans every day this weekend. I got something to do when we leave here. And I was just like, I don't know, can I do next weekend, or is that the party? And I'm like, no, I can do next weekend. You know, I could probably get few dates in, because some people want to do some day dates and some people want to do some evening. I'm like, okay, well, we can, see what's happening. But I'm definitely taking my car, because I need to be able to escape if I need to.
Right. Until you get to know somebody and you know that you're kind of compatible, then you can change to, them driving maybe.
I don't know.
But you got to be comfortable.
I don't trust people because of G.
Comfortable. Facts.
No, but I have found, though, that with Facebook dating, I found more people that I'm like, oh, you would be a cool friend. And I'm like,
right.
Is this a curse? Because I have a lot of guy friends and I get along with guys very well. I feel like there's a lot of that. Just talking to somebody, we're both into like music real heavy. He plays instruments. He's in a band. He likes R&B and soul. That's what he plays. And he was like, when I first talked to him, I was like, well, hey, what are you doing? Like, we're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm practicing these chords because I'm about to go to the studio. My friend sent me over this track that he wants me to play guitar on. And I'm like, that is so fucking dope. But there's nothing romantic there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, it would be cool. So I said, hey, you guys should come to the mic and play.
So everybody at the mic gonna be.
Everybody gonna be at the mic. I got that from D'Angelo.
Facebook dating. Maybe we're gonna bring them. Maybe we should bring people off Facebook dating and let them do a little advertisement.
People that we have swiped with?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Somebody looking for somebody. Hey, would you like to come on our podcast?
Like, he's super
let people
cool,
get to know who you are if you're serious about finding somebody.
Yeah.
It'll become a talk show like Jenny Jones and shit.
Yes, I'm like, so we're gonna have to get cards with questions.
Facebook dating.
But yeah, it's been interesting. Thoroughly interesting. I don't like that I feel like a lot of it strengthens or reinforces me not liking people.
Yeah. I think I got lucky.
You did. I mean, there's a couple, but it's the math of it, right? Like, say if you're talking to 50 dudes and only 3 of them is cool. I don't know what it is with me and this 50 today, but like, just thinking about all the messages you scroll through, the people that you like, who matched you or liked you or whatever, and then it'd be like, no, and it's like, not that it should be like that, right? Like, you shouldn't be feeling connected to everybody. But even the people that I've connected with, it's like, I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be anything romantic, but I'm okay with collecting friends. You know what I'm saying? At the
same time, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps me keeping it open. Is that I don't mind making friends, and it's cool to invite people to our paint and sips and shit.
The paint and sips,
you know what I mean?
Like, we got a whole crowd.
Our paint and sip gonna turn around and be the singles mingle shit,
right?
And you know what I mean. But at the same time, you're bringing people that are looking for connection together and just giving them an opportunity.
And that's what I tell people. They're like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm in the nonprofit world, but I'm an artsy person, and I put on events with my friends that are fun." And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, what kind of events?" Well, since you asked,
right? I
mean, that's like not what I'm doing, but at the same time, like, you want to see me in my element, that's what you do. You pop up to the paint and sips, you come to the mic, you'll see how I am, because there's people they're different when you're in your intimate situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm different when I'm with you. I'm different when I'm at a paint and sip.
Yeah.
Or something where I am the person that is running the show or at the mic or whatever. Not different as in I'm a totally different person, but there's different hats you got to put on. Yeah, so you see you in doing different things with different pressures and different, energies or whatever. See how you are around your friends. People watching is one of my favorite things. So I love to see how people interact with their people. Like, just sit back and like watch people with their people, like, okay, you know.
You know what? Oh, I'm gonna save this for the next episode. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget because we already did our time. But you just made me remember that how you are in the different spaces with people.
Okay,
like
we'll try and remember that for next.
Okay, our gems, so we can get out of here. For me, my gem is self-care is important. Above all things, self-care is important. So just make time for it. You know, I figure there are things I could be stressed out about that would keep me from making self-care my top priority. But I just got to believe, God's got me in and I'll be okay. Yeah. So self-care is important.
She gonna be okay. My gem is not as positive, I guess. Because like this Facebook dating thing has been like heavy on me. I feel like when you are trying to get to know somebody, whether it's Facebook dating or in person or whatever, there are some of us who don't forgive the bullshit, right? Like, so come as authentically as you can, because I am me all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like, growth is different. You know what I'm saying? But when you send your representative, you know what I'm saying, to be the person that is the relationship, the interaction, and then once somebody's hooked, you're somebody completely different, I will cut you off immediately. I know people like that. I'm not the only one, but like, you do yourself a disservice showing up as somebody that you're not when people can authentically like you. I mean, people can like you for who you are authentically.
Yeah.
Like, I want to meet that person with everybody all the time. Not to say that you can't be like, oh, I'm having a good day and this is me, I've been having a good week, and then have a bad day and you're experiencing something different, that's fine. But to be somebody else because you think this is who this person wants you to be, that person may get along with that show that you're putting on, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have liked you for who you are. And now I got to get to know you all over again, and you already know me. We're in different spaces,
right?
So just be authentic and keep it real. Like, I like clear, concise communication from authentic people. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Talk to Them.
For every story counts and every voice matters. I said that backwards this time. I ain't said it in a long time.
Maybe we'll change it for this coming season.
Okay.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.